No, shut up.
Whoa.
Welcome back to another episode of Distracted. We are your hosts. I'm Gugs, and he is
Jag, a.k.a. Santos.
Woo!
Ooh,
So,
wee.
tell me, man, what were the biggest headlines of this week?
Nicki Minaj gets arrested for drugs in Amsterdam.
Hold up. But was she on Apple's top 100 albums list?
She did not make the cut, but she was on the 100 wanted list. But no, she did not make that cut, man. But I mean, fuck Nicki Minaj in that sense. Like, she's good and all, but that was a lame ass story, man.
That's kind of crazy too that she was left off the list. But I mean, anyways,
There's a lot of people left off that
There's
list.
a lot, yeah.
A lot. That list was shaky. Shaky.
The whole thing was kind of like, so like the first hip hop entrance was at 98, Astroworld, Travis Scott.
How do you feel after that? Like, being Travis Scott, being 98 out of 100.
Bro, Travis is huge.
Astroworld was one of my favorite.
Astro's
Travis.
so good.
Yeah.
I think everybody knows that.
Like, fuck, man. I can't believe he hit 98.
I think that's
poor
like,
guy.
I mean, at the least, it's like a modern classic. That's a good album, man.
Yeah, hits.
Stargazing, Sicko Mode. There's
Sicko
a lot.
Mode, so
of
many,
good,
man.
Yeah.
I didn't care for the ending of that album, but the beginning was dope. The beginning and the mid was dope.
Usher hits Confessions at 95.
How does Confessions beat out Astroworld?
That's great.
Bro,
Confessions of Fire.
I know, but how does it beat out Astroworld in the whole?
Confessions.
Yeah, but okay, now let me. Confessions is dope, right? But it didn't have consistent hit. Like, there was a few really great songs, and some were like, eh. My opinion. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Well, we're gonna let it slide. but what I thought was hilarious was so coming in at 84, Doggy Style, Snoop Dogg.
Oh shit, that's
classic,
a banger, man. Banger. But I'm surprised it came back that far back. But and I guess we're biased in that sense. It's like we love that shit.
I think part of that goes to show age, maybe. Actually, I don't know, because there's a lot of older albums. Like, later on the list, you'll see like Pink Floyd and a lot of Led Zeppelin. Like, but anyways, so Doggy Style at 84, between Get Rich or Die Trying, 50 Cent at 82. Between both those were Horses by Patti Smith.
Who?
Horses, Patti Smith, 83.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. I'm not gonna hate on any music. I don't know.
Who's Patti Smith?
I don't know.
Man.
I'm not gonna hate on any music.
I'm not hating. But who the fuck is Patti Smith? Like, I don't know who fucking Patti Smith is.
I don't know. But apparently it's way better than Doggy Style.
Fucking Travis got beat out to Horses. Holy shit.
Bro,
Confessions.
50 Cent beat him by one spot. All right?
Woo! Oh my god, these guys, man.
After Gold Rush coming in at 81, and then the Marshall Mathers LP at 80.
Thank God Marshall beat out Horses.
Woo.
Fucking Patti Smith, man.
That's a tight race,
Patti
man.
That's a fucking really tight race.
Between 84 and 80, that's a tight race.
I need to take a sip of my drink because Patti Smith got me shook. Patti Smith got me fucking shook. I can't believe it. And it's called Horses. Like, it's not even like, you know what I mean? Like, Marshall Mathers Story, Get Rich or Die Trying, just straight up, Patti Smith, Horses. Beat the fuck out of all these guys.
I don't know. Maybe we gotta give it a listen. Maybe we gotta do a deep dive on Patti Smith.
I am not deep diving.
Who the fuck Patti Smith
I refuse to deep dive into Patti Smith.
Why?
Cause I don't even know who the fuck she is. Who the fuck is Patti Smith and Horses? She sounds like she's a fucking baker from Kentucky or some shit.
Okay, I don't know.
I can't fuck with it.
I thought it was a guy.
Oh fuck, that's worse. I think I'm right on this. I think it's actual woman.
It's getting. Hold on. Maybe there's correlation here. It goes from Doggy Style to Horses.
Oh man. Okay.
Hey, moving on. So we got like SZA SOS came in at 72, And 2 spots ahead of that, NWA Straight Outta Compton at 70.
NWA beats SZA, thank God.
But no, I'm like SZA's dope. But so this is what I don't understand though. Is like, what's the criteria, right? Because like, if you understand the impact of Straight Outta Compton is,
it's shit. But see, I think maybe it's more. It's not just hip hop or R&B and all that shit. Right? So we gotta put Patti Smith on her pedestal. We gotta give Patti her. We're talking about
all time best albums.
Yeah, I gotta download Patti Smith, man. Watch her. Oh, no, I didn't want to get into.
I mean, if we're really talking all time best albums, though, like what I find crazy is coming in at number 62, All Eyes on Me. How was that not in the top 10? Top 5.
Again.
I mean, if it was number 1, I would not be surprised.
It can't be number 1. Number 1 is a fucking big reach. The thing is, you got to remember, not everybody loves Pac. You know what I mean?
Sure. Okay, we're talking about all time.
We love Pac.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
Not everybody loves Pac, especially not Apple.
I don't know, man. That was like the first hip hop double album. Like the numbers it did, how many? It went diamond.
Bro, all I remember is fucking All Eyes on Me had hits after hits after hits. You did not stop that album. You press play, you listen to the whole thing, you flip the fuck. Actually, it depends. If you had the CD, you fucking put disc 2 in. If you had the tape, you fucking flip the side a few times. I don't even know if was it on tape?
I think it was.
I was on tape. I was on tape. Yeah.
The crazy part is I only has disc 1. We got it stolen. And we never got the
Somebody
second
took disc 2. Shit.
For the longest time growing up, I never knew there was a second disc.
Wow, this guy is shook. You want to know something that shook me? I actually found my cassette player fucking recently. It's like an old Toshiba, fucking still works.
Why don't you put it next to your record player?
I'm gonna fucking bring it out. That was some Patti Smith Horses type connection there, but yeah, no, I'm gonna bring that shit out next time, man. I'm gonna have to bring that shit out.
So anyways, moving on.
Who's next?
So All Eyes on Me at 62, which I still think is wild.
At least it made the
way
cut.
Too low.
At least it made the cut.
Yeah, at least it
depending on these guys nowadays.
No, that's not good enough. Fuck that.
The whole list is.
Come on, man. We're talking about like, if you don't want to say the greatest rapper of all time, like arguably the greatest rapper of all time.
Yeah.
And how successful his album was, you're gonna put it at 62? Like that's it?
Yeah.
I think that says a lot about whoever's judging it.
I don't want to even talk about those guys.
Anyways, moving on.
Man.
So Rihanna came in at 55 with Anti, but I can see that because it's like it's Rihanna.
Rihanna's Rihanna, man.
That's Rihanna. Yeah. I'm not gonna talk shit about Rihanna.
ASAP's baby mama. That's all he is. He's actually no, sorry. Yeah. That's all Rocky is.
I'm not dissing ASAP Rocky right
now. Rocky's dope.
Rocky didn't do anything to us.
You have to, man. It's an honorable mention to be fucking Rihanna's baby daddy, twice. But moving on. So that one right there, Take Care, came in at 47, narrowly beating out Kate Bush. What?
Kate Bush.
Kate Bush?
Kate
sounds like a fucking
Bush.
Oh.
Bro, Kate Bush came in at 50.
Kate Bush
only this much better. This much better.
Kate Bush sounds like a fucking Keeping Up with the Kardashians reject. Like somebody out of
I know you ain't seen Stranger Things.
No, I have.
Because but I don't know. We all heard about Kate Bush because of Stranger Things.
Listen, I watched Stranger Things, but I don't remember no Kate Bush.
Oh, bro, no. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, that song was fire.
Okay, that's one song.
I'm not hating on Kate Bush.
Name me another song from Kate Bush's album.
Why?
One song beat out Take Care?
Bro, we got 100 albums to go through.
No,
all right? I don't got time. This is not about Kate Bush discography. We're talking about the top 100 albums of all time.
Of all time. Kate Bush, you made the cut. You made the fucking cut. Who's next?
All right. So I thought this was pretty crazy. Like, Beyonce has 2 albums in the top 40 of all time. So that's
Illuminati type shit. Jay-Z paid for that.
That's wild. Like, one was like 36. I think it was self-titled on Beyonce, and like Lemonade came in, I think, like top 10, like, which is Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't really fuck with Beyonce that much, so I'm sort of surprised. I guess she has to make the cut.
Illuminati's coming after you.
They are.
So then another notable that I thought was Ready to Die at 32. But I mean, going back, cause like how closely like Biggie and Pac are always linked.
Yeah,
it's crazy to think that Biggie was that much higher than Pac.
Biggie's dope, but All Eyes on Me that far from fucking Ready to Die, like that's a huge gap, man.
And like this isn't to downplay what Biggie did.
Yeah, no, Biggie's dope. Don't get me wrong, but come on, like you would think a couple of spots, not fucking Kate Bush type shit. Like you know, what I mean? You know what I mean? Like that's a big fucking leap.
And one of the higher ones though, and this one I think well deserved. Kanye's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy came in at 26. That's a hell of an album.
Bro, that's not 26. Where that should be closer to the 10s, 15, somewhere in there.
I don't just given like the caliber of the albums we already named, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm happy Kanye made it that far up because that was a hell of an album.
It was.
All of the lights, all that.
It changed the landscape of rap and hip hop and
like the sound, all that.
Realistically, I mean, touching on this subject, Kanye, yes, he's in his own world. He says some fucked up shit, but Kanye, musically, is a fucking genius. I knew it. I was trying to go one episode without fucking it up, and I fuck it up. And maybe next episode I'll get a next episode. Holy shit, I'm just fucking this up. Anyways,
your beautiful dark twisted English.
Oh my god, I'll get it right. But getting back to it, Kanye has changed the landscape for a lot of music. 808s and Heartbreaks, College Dropout, all that shit.
But think about any one of those Graduation. Like, there's so many Kanye albums that could have been on there.
Yeah.
But I agree with putting that one on there. I think
it should be on there. It should.
Such a well-rounded, good album.
Yeah.
But that's another thing, though. I feel like with a lot of rappers, especially, they're just like, let's pick one from an artist and put it on there.
Yeah.
Because you could have put it on multiple.
Yeah,
but I'll touch on that more later.
Yeah.
So going on from there, the next hip hop album was The Chronic at 19, like the OG Chronic.
I'm happy
Chronic.
They got that spot.
Yeah,
I'm happy. It's well deserved.
We've talked about that before. That was like that G-Funk sound. Like
that shaped
crazy,
a lot of music as well.
Yeah.
I love seeing West Coast rap in the limelight.
But I mean, I do too. I agree.
It's dope to see. And 19's not bad. I can't complain with that.
But I think that just goes to show where West Coast rap is in the rankings of all time. Because one album after it is Taylor Swift.
Oh my god.
1989, right?
How does T Swifty fucking get that above Chronic?
I think it's just that much more impactful.
A lot of Caucasian fans, I guess. But you know what? Actually, I came across some shit on TikTok, and I know this is a completely distracted moment, but I think it's worth mentioning. There's some crazy cancel culture shit going on TikTok, like banning all these celebrities' accounts. Fucking Taylor Swift's losing millions of followers. Kim Kardashian's losing millions of followers. All these guys. It's fucking crazy. Like, I thought these Swifties are diehard.
For what, though?
For, it started from the fashion show that happened recently. Oh fuck, what's it called?
Oh, the one that we went to.
Yeah, the one that the $75,000 were a ticket show that we went to and we showed up in on the fucking runway. Oh man, yeah, me wearing my fucking plaid shirt and my fucking other black. Oh my god, man, fucking. My black T-shirt and plaid jacket, yeah, we're not close to being on that runway. Anyways, you know what? Fuck it. That was a really distracted moment again. Moving on. Fuck.
Speaking of your red plaid, the next hip hop album was The Blueprint by Jay-Z.
Oh man. Oh fuck.
Coming in at 13. Hope
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'll give him that.
I'm not gonna argue with the
Blueprint's good. Blueprint's good.
I don't know. Is it like that much better than all the other hip hop albums?
Honestly, after hearing what you said so far, I think a lot of these are questionable.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's on there. Fine. Let's give him his flowers for where he's at.
And mind you, we're not going through like every album. Like I skipped over. Like Illmatic was on the list. There were a couple other ones, right?
Oh shit.
But anyways, yeah. So I just mentioned that because then coming in after that, the highest hip hop album was number 7, Good Kid, Mad City, Kendrick Lamar.
Ooh, what? Oh, sorry, what number 7?
7.
Holy shit!
So that's the highest hip hop album.
You think
of all time?
See now, do you think that Drake and Kendrick bullshit had something to do with it,
bro?
Because I mean, what Drake got 47 or some ridiculous number?
I think.
Like, how do you take? Because Take Care was a fucking classic. Writing credits to Weeknd. Let's give flowers where flowers are due. But that was a fucking that really made me listen to Drake in the whole see him in a whole new light. I was like, wow, this guy's fucking really changing the landscape as well.
That really put Drake on the map. But then that's the question though. But is it more important to Drake and Drake fans or to the top 100 albums of all time? Which one is it?
I don't agree with that. I think Take Care should be lower, like a smaller digit. But hey, listen, this is not my list. This is Apple's list. Fuck Apple. Well, not really. Fuck Apple. I love.
There goes our potential sponsorship.
I use Apple religiously, but you know what I mean.
Bro, we got all Apple shit.
My MacBook's Apple. Never mind.
Your MacBook is Apple? Really?
Oh shit!
It's not Microsoft?
God, this kid here. This kid's taking some cheap ones today. This guy's got some cheap ones.
So, anyways, narrowing down that top 100 list of all time. No, really, this is Apple's all-time list. So, number 5, Frank Ocean, Blonde.
Ooh.
Number 4, Prince, Purple Rain.
Okay. Listen. I know some of you are not going to like this. I don't fuck with Prince heavy. I personal opinion, I think Prince is a great artist overall. He's got some fucking hits. A lot of hits. But I feel like Prince is held up here. And maybe he's somewhere over here. For me, at least. I mean, I can't name like 10 Prince songs.
I think it's one of those things like you really had to grow up in that era to know.
Had to,
because when I talk to people, like I've had. Okay, hold on. Let me do the next two and then we'll get in.
Okay, we'll get back to that
into this
because
all right. So
I don't know.
Okay, so Prince at number 4, Purple Rain. Number 3, Abbey Road, Beatles.
Yeah, Beatles deserve flowers for sure.
You
can't fuck with the Beatles.
You talk to anybody who lived through that era and they'll be like, bro, the Beatles were like
have to be on there.
Everything, right?
Yeah.
So number 2, Mike Jack.
There you go.
See?
There you go.
So now let's go back to the Prince thing.
There you have it, folks.
Because it was always like Prince first, Mike Jack, right?
Hey, what's a son to a king? Is that the line? I think that was the line. What's a king to a son? I don't know. Hey, I've had some tequilas. I don't know what the fuck. All right. Some judgments a little shaky. I know what you were trying. You knew what I was going at. You knew what I was trying to.
Push-ups.
Yeah. But see, I think Michael Jackson number 2. I don't know. I think Michael Jackson could have been number 1.
Was Prince to a king, he a son.
Yeah. There you go.
But anyways, but what I was gonna say was, so I've had this discussion with people too. Is like a lot of people are like, "Oh, you a Michael Jackson fan or a Prince fan?" And I was like, I don't know. Like, I can't be both. But I think that's what it was back then. Because Prince and Michael Jackson, they were always.
It was a
they were competing.
But I mean,
if you
look at all the shit that Mike Jack's done, like I personally think it's more than Prince. Like, you know, he's changed that game. Like, he had the Jackson 5. He had fucking all that shit. Like, even now, I guarantee at a party or something when I DJ, if I put on a Michael Jackson song, everybody will fuck with it.
Fair enough.
I put on a Prince song, everybody will be like, what are you doing, man? This shit's too old, yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean?
But who won the beef, Kendrick or Drake? And Kendrick. Who claims Prince?
I don't give a fuck about that beef, man. We're talking about Mike, Jack, and Prince. Kendrick and Drake
No, but
they can't even be brought up in this conversation.
My point being that there's a lot of people inspired by Prince.
You know, I get it. I get it. But I'm not. I don't think Prince is here. Like, he's somewhere here. But Michael Jackson's like,
bro, trust me, I love Thriller.
Right? Like,
the amount of songs that came off Thriller.
Off the Wall, Thriller, fucking, you name it, man. Like,
you go, yeah, man. Like
Michael Jackson, for me, I think is way better
Thriller.
than Prince.
The song Thriller itself was a damn movie. Like, it was crazy. Like,
people now are still reenacting that video and making it new and fresh. And
yeah,
I think
and
Offset
actually,
just
speaking
recently
of
did
that,
it.
they're filming a Mike Jackson biopic.
Biography,
And his nephew's playing Michael Jackson. It looks.
What's his name? The Jafar?
Yeah.
Is it Jafar?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And it
got
looks,
something right for once.
But you know what?
Cheers to that.
No, you know what? Fuck all that. Because the number one album of all time, Lauryn Hill, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. What do you think about that?
Okay, I guess.
That was a long ass. Okay.
I don't agree. I think you could have ended it at Michael Jackson and been like, boom, there you go. But maybe there's a lot more Lauryn Hill fans out there. I will say this: Lauryn Hill's son, YG Marley with "Praise Jah in the Morning." That song's a fucking hit, and I'll give her that. Like, she has a dope son that makes dope music, but her taking the spot, I mean, it's I don't agree. I don't.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this then. That's okay to not agree. I mean, fuck, it's just it's Apple's list. What the fuck do we care?
Yeah.
And it's a very opinionated. Depends who made the list. Tell me, what are a lot of these albums are from the 90s and the 20s. What was your favorite 90s album?
My favorite 90s album.
Whether it was on the list, whether it was not on the list.
Oh, it's not on that fucking list.
No,
because that shit, like, I feel like they took a really cliche approach to all that. My favorite 90s album is Mace, Harlem World.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, I had to think really long and hard for that one. I like the Tupac, All Eyes on Me and all that shit. But there's something about, like, I remember I was actually gifted that Mace album. And I remember when I first put it on play, like, every song was just a banger. You know what I mean? Like, a hit after hit after hit. And Mace just had this, like, cool dude vibe to him, you know?
Mace had that swag.
Yeah, like even now, if I listen to those songs,
so laid back, so cool.
Yeah. And if I listen to those songs now, I'm still like, yo, I fuck with this like heavy. Now let me ask you the same question. Who's your 90s? I bet you didn't see me saying Mace.
I did not
at all.
I should have.
Should you have though?
Well, I mean,
who would you have pictured me to fuck with? Like, who would have been my number one album?
I'll tell you someone that was on the list, but didn't have this album on the list. Life After Death. Mm-hmm. How the fuck is Life After Death not on there? That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You take one rapper and put one of his albums on there.
The list is very shitty.
Bro, I'm going to read you off.
It's a shit list.
Okay, listen to this. Hypnotize. Kick in the Door. Fucking You Tonight. I Love the Dough. What's Beef? More Money, More Problems. I Got a Story to Tell. Oh, that's the only disc 1. I'm not even on disc 2 yet.
He's not even on disc 2. He probably doesn't have disc 2 because somebody took it and never gave it back. So we never heard those songs.
Notorious Thugs. Miss You. Going Back to Cali. 10 Crack Commandments. Play a Hater.
Yeah, I mean,
like what? Like this.
But that's
this
what I mean.
This is not
like,
one of the 100.
The album is shit,
bro. He ain't got shit on Patty.
No,
Patty,
wait,
what the fuck
the
his
album
name
is great.
is?
The list is shit.
Like,
it makes no sense. Like, it makes no sense. I don't agree with it at all.
Oh my god, there's so much on here, man. Like we.
If we really started breaking it down, there's a lot more that should have been on the list and in a different order.
And another one that I wanted to say was, I mean, it might sound kind of cliche, but still, this is, if you're asking me what my personal favorite album from the 90s was, Machiavelli, 7 Day Theory, Don Illuminati, All Through Your Body. Like that, bro, I can listen to that front to back over and over. Bomb First, Hail Mary,
Yeah.
Toss It Up, To Live and Die in LA, White Man's World.
See, it's crazy because like your number one is West Coast, and I loved West Coast music back in those days. But there's something about that Mace album that just fucking was just dope. And I know all the West Siders and everybody's gonna be like, "Yo, what the fuck, man? Like, how you gonna like some East Side shit?" But
So 90s is like, yeah, maybe I named some cliche artists, but those are some albums that
they were worth like.
I still think like I can't believe you left them off. So let me ask you about 2000s then. What do you think? What was your favorite album, or if not your favorite, at least one that you think should be mentioned?
You know what? I can't even say early 2000s. One of my most favorite fucking albums is Take Care by Drake. Like it is what it is. I think see, that's the thing. I think when you get to a certain point, I look at it from a DJ's point of view. So I don't just have one album, because I look at it like, okay, well, I love these songs from here, I love these songs from here. So like Chronic from Dr. Dre, like the Chronic 2001, like all that shit. I can't say I have one specific, but I will say Take Care is one of my favorites. Like if you sort of want to, if you were to put a gun to my head, I'd be like, yo, put on Crew Love or some fucking shit. Yeah, Crew Love is the song, you know what I mean? Okay, now going back to you then, what's your album?
Bro, if we're gonna talk about Drake in the 2000s,
no, anything you want to say, anything, you have an open platform, whatever you think.
how can we talk about Drake in the 2000s and not talk about someone that wasn't even on the fucking list at all? Lil Wayne, Carter 3.
That was in my mind, but
What the fuck are we talking about?
Man's is mad. Shit.
3P.
Apple,
Mr. Carter.
you pissed this guy off. You fucking
Emily.
made him mad. He's gonna get Microsoft everything now. He has an iPhone. Yo, throw that shit in the fucking garbage right now.
Got money.
Fuck your iPhone.
Bro, look at all these, man. Mrs. Officer, Shoot Me Down, Lollipop. There's so many songs on here, bro.
I mean, you can't really, you know.
I'll throw you another album that I was. Well, I mean, if we're talking about like top 100 of all time, I still think Carter 3 should be on top 100 of all time. But I mean, at the very least, hip hop.
Wayne 100% should have made that cut.
Bro, how about
definitely above Patty?
How about the one you got spinning behind you?
Dr. Dre 2001.
I mean, I think it came out late '99, but that kind of goes.
It should have made that. It should have made the cut. It should.
Yeah,
100% should have
like
made the cut.
how many good songs are on there, man?
That's what I mean. This
list
sucks.
I'll go through that right now. Like The Watcher, Still DRE, Explosive, What's the Difference? Forgot About Dre, Next Episode. Like, bro, every song. That's another front to back album.
Now let me ask you this: do you think very, very one-sided? Maybe, I don't know, but do you think Nipsey Victory Lap should have made that list? Because he almost got a Grammy off that shit.
Yeah, it was Grammy
nominated. You know what I mean? So like, I know Nipsey's a rapper and all that shit, but if you almost get a Grammy off your album, it might be a worthy mention.
See, so okay, this is why I'll push back, because we don't know a whole lot of shit about like pop music, or especially like older stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, when you're ranking top hip hop albums, yeah, I think Victory Lap's up there for sure.
It has to, yeah.
But I mean, when you mix in all that other stuff, when you're mixing in Horses, when you're mixing in like,
if you gave Astro a 98, you could have given Victory Lap a 99.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah.
If you gave Patti Smith a fucking whatever she got, I think Nipsey paid his dues. I think he could have been on out of 100 people. The guy almost got a Grammy off of that. He had a parade through LA for his death. He made moves. I think he should have made that cut.
I'll give you one more bonus album that I thought should have made it. 2000s especially. If we're talking about 2000s, like our favorite 2000s album, I think it should have made the list. Hot Shit.
Oh,
Nelly. Country Grammar.
Nelly.
How did that not make it? Bro. Whatever the fuck you're singing. If you're singing Nelly, yeah.
You knew that was Nelly? No problem. You knew that was Nelly.
Bro,
oh,
I didn't know you could play the banjo with your mouth. No, but for real, St. Louis, we're talking Country Grammar. We're talking Batter Up, Ride With Me, EI. There's so much. Loving Me, that was probably my favorite song off the album is Fire. Like,
he
so
should.
many good songs, man.
You know what though? So a quick thing. I think it was episode 1 or episode 2. We were talking about which album I bought. My first ever album. And you told me, remember I was telling you in another episode? I think this is a perfect episode to tie that shit into.
Well, why don't we just save it for a whole nother episode?
No, I gotta tell you. I think it's time. 16 episodes in, I think we gotta mention it. So let me know. Let's. What do you think it could be?
What do I think I could be?
What album do you think it could be?
Oh, I'm probably gonna say Nelly now. I don't know.
No.
Why did you bring it up right after Nelly?
Mariah Carey, Butterfly. I think it was Butterfly, right? Yeah, Butterfly. Like, that was my first album I ever bought. Okay, and now listen. I'm gonna say something. Some of you might be like, "Yo, what the fuck? You're buying Mariah Carey? Have you looked at that pamphlet? Damn, dude." I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Look at the pamphlet. Google that shit right now. I'll put it up in one of these fucking backgrounds right now.
What songs did you play the most?
I don't even think I played a song. I just looked at the pamphlet every day.
What page did you look at the most?
Pages, all of them. From start to back, like from front to back, everything. Non-stop. No, but I mean, it was a good album. It was a Brown Leotard Days or whatever she did. Fantasy and Honey and all that shit. It was a good... we fuck with those songs still. But... I finally said it. I let the cat's out of the bag. That's my first ever album. I can't believe I said that. I might have to chop that out. He's gonna take a fucking bathroom break. Yeah. He saw. Actually, he thought of the pamphlet, and now he's gonna go take a bathroom break. So. We'll be back after these short messages. And we're back from these commercial messages.
So, I'll talk about my first album later because I really want to do a whole episode on it.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I think I got a pretty random, my first albums are all over the map, and I'd love to deep dive into that.
So, in other news, because fuck that Apple list. It was trash. That was a fucking shitty list. In other news, Kendrick Lamar, I hate to mention his name again, but Kendrick Lamar's Like Us passes God's Plan from Drake to be the fastest rap song to reach 200 million streams. Shit, man. This song just fucking, the trajectory is insane.
So I'll say this, the pushback I'll give is did you know who held the record for what was that 100 million streams?
200.
Oh shit, 200.
My man, don't get it twisted. 200 million.
Who holds the record for 300?
Patti Smith.
Who holds the record for 150?
Patti Smith. Horses.
Bro.
Dog, that's why she made the list. Patti Smith is a 300 million fucking stream kind of gal. Or guy, according to this guy.
My point being is you just kind of pick a number and celebrate it.
Yeah,
we're just oh, cool. No one, when Kendrick's dope. When Kendrick's career is all said and done, are we going to talk about the Grammys and the best albums he had? Or are we going to be never forget, he reached 200 million streams before anybody.
Dude, he's going to hit 250 or something, and they're going to be oh my God, he beat
cool.
up 250. It's going to keep going.
It's something to celebrate in the moment, okay, good for him. And it is, honestly, good for him. But
yeah.
And it's not something I give a shit about. It's just...
Yeah. Other news... Other than that, well, actually, no. So now that we've mentioned Drake's name, we always try to avoid it as much as we can. But Drake, actually, Gordo, who's a house producer, recently posted a picture with Drake. And do you think this is a comeback for Drake for summer albums and all that? Because Gordo helped make Honestly Nevermind. Is he trying to build back that career? Make a hit?
I mean, if you're gonna coming off bad publicity, losing the beef, at least I think everyone would say Drake lost the beef, right? Not everyone, but I think majority.
There's a lot of Drake stands that still come around. I mean, they could be bots for all I know, but fucking a lot of them are still saying, well, actually, that takes me to my next point then, because I'm seeing a lot of people in the whole Sexy Red BBL Drizzy beat that he used.
BBL,
that's catchy though. I gotta give it a Metro. That shit was catchy. But a lot of people are saying that was cheesy, or I can't believe like that's what he came back with. I think it was smart as fuck to do that, man. Fuck it, like why not?
I think it was a good idea. Like it was actually dope, like the way he flipped it. Because now when you look back on it, it sounds like his own. But I think he could have done it better.
Oh, there's a lot
I think
of
if
shit
he would have rapped
better.
on it right away,
yeah.
and then like he would have made it his own right away. Metro put out 10K. He's like, whoever has the best verse, they're gonna win this prize. All that shit. Like, then Drake should have just done it right away, bodied the beat, and just owned it. Like that would have been dope.
I think the best thing for Drake would have been, to be honest, is not even put this Sexy Red song out. Just stayed in the shadows for a bit, came back with a banger, and just ran with the bangers. Because people nowadays don't really remember everything that's happened. They remember the most recent that you've done. So stay in the shadows for a month or two. Because, I mean, technically, let's all remember, Drake was supposed to be on a 1 year fucking break or whatever, and all this shit happened, and go back into hiding a bit, man. Just fucking do your thing and come back out with a banger and take over the world again.
Well, I mean, I don't know. At least he had a better guest verse than J. Cole did.
Man, oh fuck. That J. Cole verse was so shit. It should have made that Apple 100 list.
He's mad now.
That fucking J. Cole, that was the shittiest. Listen, Cash Cobain is a beast. Right now, like the streets are buzzing. Cash Cobain's killing it with his beats. But J. Cole, what the fuck did you do, man?
And you know what, though? Nah, I'm still a J. Cole fan. And
No,
I'm
a fan.
No,
But-
shut up.
Whoa.
I'm just fucking around. No, but really, bro, like Forest Hills Drive, that should have made the top 100 list.
Shit,
If
yeah,
we're talking
yeah.
hip hop albums,
There's a lot of shit that should have made that
it should have, like, I mean, it could have been like one spot behind Patti Smith.
Oh, man. Like, okay, so you're talking about Forest Hills Drives. J. Cole's a beast. Now, he says this line in that fucking song, and what do you expect? Okay, she said she was gay until I slayed. Now she's strictly dickly. That's some Ned Flanders type shit, all right? She's strictly dickly. J. Cole, you bowed out. You apologized. People said you made the smartest move. You got put back into the big three, and this is what you come out with? Like, you strictly dickly? Dog, I mean, fuck. Talk about a big mistake. I feel like all these guys fucked up. Kendrick is the only one sitting back and be like, yo, I'm just riding this train till the end. Drake comes out with this fucking BBL jersey thing. Yeah, cool and all that. J. Cole really just drops the ball. And I don't know, man. I'm let down.
I said it last week. I'll say it again. Maybe Kendrick was right. It's just big me.
It might just have to be, man. And the way the game's in shambles. Apple's playlist is in shambles. Patti Smith is a true winner out of this.
Horse,
yeah. She's sitting up in her stable right now. Like, yo, 20 years later, 30. I don't even know how old she is. She could be like fucking 110 years old. I don't know. And my apologies, Patty, because I'm going to look you up and I'm going to add you on my Spotify playlist.
We're going to do a deep...
We're going to deep dive into Patti Smith.
Do a deep dive.
And fucking look into these horses. But I think we've had some fucking moments here, and I think we need a breather. I'm still trying to get over the moment he just told me to shut up, because that was a pretty personal shut up. That was a pretty hardcore shut up. That hurt me a little bit. That broke my heart just a little bit. Yeah, no, it's been good. It's been good. So I'm going to end it with please like, share, subscribe. Send it to your babies, mamas, uncles, aunts, fucking brothers, sisters, nephews, nieces, dogs, horses. Send it to Patty fucking Smith. Patty, you my number one. And I think it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
We out. Boom.
Peace.